How you doing guys? Maz back with part 2 of the Rust tutorial. So today we're going to be adding paint and chipping. I've already done one. This is one of the second turrets we did the other day, all rusted up, ready to go. So we're going to be, first coat of paint will be a worn out darker red, so we're going to be using corn red for that, and then we'll be adding some fresher paint on top of the corn red with Mephiston, and then we'll do some chipping with a bit of lead belchers at the end. So let's get into it guys. I'll take the gun out for now. So first of all we're going to start off with a bit of corn red on the palette. And same again with some sponge. Make sure you've got some different shapes and patterns on them, just all ripped up. Make them as rough as you want. Bit of corn red and sponge. Take the excess off and just start putting it where you want your paint to be. And these are quite big flat panels, so we'll put a fair bit of paint on those. And a bit on the corrugated. And if you put too much, just take it off with a bit of different sponge, or the reverse of the other sponge you're using. Once you're happy with your first layers of red, you see there, we've got it all around the model now. And we go in with some corn red, a bit smaller piece of sponge this time, because we don't want it to cover the same area as the corn red. So we're using Mephiston red. Go back to the areas you put your corn red down, just say here, maybe a bit thicker in the middle, hasn't worn off or been taken away. So we're going to put it down like that and go in with a bit of spare sponge and just fade it out a bit, because you don't want it too bright. You can have it as bright as you want, if it's up to you, but the look I'm going for, I don't want it too and that's the paint. Paint added. So it's a bit thicker in places, a bit lighter in places from where it's been rubbing, or it's just rusted away, weathered. And we're going for a bit of chipping with lead belchers. Same thing again. Put some on a palette. And go from there. Now when I'm doing chipping on this sort of orky type stuff, or very worn out and used, well, first of all, where the turret would rotate, it's going to be very worn out down there, so I like to go around the bottom. just shows that it's been, it's moving about still, it's not just and then move on to the body. So where the gun will move up and down, it's going to be very chipped in there, very worn. And if you put a bit of excess, like that bit got away from me, just work it in with a bit of spare. And come back again and just start hitting edges and a place where it's going to get rubbed, you think, or hands have been grasping onto rims of things. And don't forget to go over the paint as well around the edges if you want. And that's about it, guys. So we're weathered, we're chipped, the paint's wore out. That's pretty much how I do my weathering effects. Here's another one I did earlier. Again, the same. Pop the guns out, you can see. Putting the weathering around the bottom edges, around the rings, the chipping. I'll probably be coming back in and putting some different colours on these as well, because being orcs, they like to take metal wherever they can get it, so there's a good variation of colours going to be put down later on. So that's it for this tutorial, guys. I'll see you next week with another one. Bye now.